It's interesting to note, isn't it, as we look back on such a momentous occasion, literally on D-Day, everybody's been reflecting about what sort of world it would have been without all of those brave men and women, so many brave men and women around the world that gave up everything for our freedoms, you know. I know it's been said a lot, but truly, if you think about it and literally took a minute out to think just how brave those people were, disembarking from all of those boats, running into danger, not lasting seconds in many cases, it really does make you reflect. And that's the whole point of history, isn't it? Often not making the same, mistakes. But there's one man over here, very much so in the heart of the United Kingdom, that truly does not care about our British heritage. He's recently been voted back in for a third time. That's right, the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan. Let me explain. Morning, good to see you today. Thank you so much for your time. Really angry about this, in fact, because when you think about it, everywhere else around the world paid their respects. Here, in the epicenter of, our capital city of the United Kingdom, you would have thought that even though he clearly disregards everything with a national heritage attached to it, you would have thought that the Mayor of London may have made an effort. But take a look at one of these particular scenes here. This is, of course, Regent Street, circling down into Piccadilly, the very heart of London. Now, on D-Day, those flags should have been commemorative flags, not the pride flag. Even that particular community totally agree. So why did Sadiq Khan decide to bypass this momentous occasion, celebrating, of course, recognising, commemorating 80 years since that fateful day? Whichever way you look at it, it's all about his own ego. According to a very well-placed source at City Hall, he wasn't offered a prominent enough position in this particular commemorative event. Sadiq himself likes to attach to himself to all members of the British monarchy, like His Majesty the King, and of course the future heir to the throne, His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William. Now here's where it gets interesting. He was advised, and as ever we have to say allegedly, to replace the flags, but apparently it was a cost issue. And to take down the pride flags, even for that amount of time, it wouldn't be worth it. Now, interesting, isn't it, this? Wouldn't be worth it. But it's worth it for him, of course, to suddenly now get a pay rise. It's worth it for him to have even more security than ever before. But to commemorate all of those brave people from around the world that did so much for us, well, no, that wasn't worth it. Interesting to note as well, though, that things would have been rather different if it was his beloved Ramadan celebration. Even his own kind basically said it was a disgusting, disgraceful act not to do something in the very centre of London. But with Sadiq Khan planning to open one of the biggest mosques inside the London Pavilion, the very epicentre of Piccadilly, of which he will hope it's going to be named after him, then what should you expect from a man that has such disregard to the true values of British people? Truly, London, you made a huge mistake. And even the people now that were looking and thinking he was going to change things, well, clearly what they found out is this is a man on a mission just for himself, as ever. I'd love to know what you think to this particular story in the comments below. And please like and share. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.